Okay, so yeah, I should be live. No, hopefully. I did get the melee background this morning. I did a run of um, Codex off stream, and I got a pretty good save that. Or it was on camera though. There'll be a video tomorrow. Um, yeah, where's my? Oh yeah, it was resave data. I think it's not that bad of save data, but definitely could have been a little bit better. I think the equipment is kind of okay. Um, the main thing is I would really have liked to get an epiphany on this and a divine epiphany on these, maybe. This having a divine epiphany is pretty good, although the buff is like kind of whatever. I had faint memory capped, so I was a little bit hesitant of adding a lot of stuff. Not a very thin deck, but I mean it's like kind of thin in a way because you have 2 upgrades, get 4 exhaust, so then that just leaves these cycling, although you can exhaust that technically. But yeah, the goal for the day, why is it on grade mode rather than level? I did not change that, I don't think. I need to increase the happiness by a lot, but it keeps giving me stuff that I want. Like, it had, like, crystals and stuff on it today, by the way. There to Chizuru hangout. I guess I did the cafe earlier today. Yeah, I barely have any energy. I thought I would have way more. Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and start working towards getting Nia promoted. I think it's arguable that I'm supposed to be upgrading my Veronica at this point, but I don't know. I got kind of sick Yuki save data. I think that was yesterday, right? Where now my Yuki is like super draw focused. It makes a lot of sense for this build over the previous build that I used to run. But we can still get better Yuki cards and everything, I'm sure. I feel like I could get a better build today. Might be something that I'm working on. I either want to work on Yuki or work on support today. I kind of wouldn't mind getting a Nia build done, but I need her to be level 50 for that. Sure. So that is one of the goals. Oh, I have so much heat. It's not really just lying around, but it's kind of just lying around. Okay, so she is level 50. Stats are a bit low, but that's mostly just because this is the stuff that I'm working with here. That should help. The thing is, I don't really know what I am looking for in a build. I'm imagining it's just like duplicating Nia's curiosity, but that is the good thing about the Galactic Disaster event is that I can actually see what people are building on their characters. So let's see. Nia. This person got kind of an off-meta thing. Their Nia build kind of just seems like a regular build. I don't Oh yes, this one. People replicates. Draw one, discard. If discard, create one card with exhaust. So I wonder if that means that whenever like Nia Adatrio's discarded, if that's what it means. Oh yeah, I need to see what like the epiphanies all are for them. Oh. The 0 card, Nia. $160 faint memory for this one. The thing is, I normally farm on difficulty 8, so I'd have to farm higher for this. That'd be the only way to get more faint memory. It should be possible to get this card count actually with 140 faint memory if you get a mutant sample now. $170 point. I've never seen this card. It's a really good card. I can see why Renoa would like that. I mean, pretty much any character would like this, by the way. Draw one. $30%'s kind of a lot. I'm gonna be running a weaker healer. Need tier 12. I don't like Plague. I need to just turn that off. Okay, this one's manageable. The credits loss is actually kind of not, though, because I'm gonna need to spend a lot of credits. That's not a bad combination. I feel like running Yuki is best for this type of a run. Actually, Tressa might not be bad. Yeah, defense is about the same, so that should be fine. The main thing is, I would like for you to change partners with one of the people I have that have an actually leveled version of this. Yeah. I'm gonna make more Arwins and stuff, but for now that's fine. All of these are awful. Wait. What was this before? You know what, actually, just get out, actually. We'll just do a new run. Just keep things simple and give me something I can at least work with. Maybe, you know, start me with a remove card. This is fine too. Make the run a little easier since my HP is going to be pretty low. Even more HP, okay. Don't mind that. Lab Zero's top half. Nia might be fun with like Haru. I imagine could be an interesting combination. I guess maybe I should go into these missing areas early. Or like confusing areas early, whatever they're called. Unidentified, I think. Just because I need to get mutant samples right, so... I guess I was kind of trolled to avoid that first one, in a way. What's a good G-chord epiphany? In a decibel state, decrease decibel by 1. Activate. I think people use this one. That does give you a decibel as well. I don't know, I wasn't able to find information that quickly on it, the options, but I think I need to go to this top way for Lab 0, right? I can technically avoid it and go for the elite, but I think I'll go for this area here. Nia's ego skill is pretty good too. Free AoE damage. Plus it also charges up decibels, so. Ooh, this is a good epiphany for that, actually. Normally, I kind of like Curse as an upgrade, but kind of a fine way to do it. I don't really know what elasticity does. And an epiphany. Either one was good, but this one's at least a void weak enemy. Hey, that was that G chord there. Not bad. Big Game Hunter. That's the tenacity damage one. I feel like that was not too bad just to hold on to Ray, but kind of whatever. Well, if I would have known I would have drawn that, then could have been sick. I just want to go ahead and take this one out. Because defeating enemies get me shadow daggers back. Double palette cleanser. Oh. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Kind of a fun play there, I guess. Can use that, but it's not optimal. This one's the less punishing one just to have in my inventory, I guess. After this one. That's an interesting interaction. I didn't mean to play that, but it's fine. Well, I've got Agony Imprint. Might as well. Oh, I see. That's what elasticity does. Good card or good equipment for Nia. Either way is a double shop. Kind of. I could take this wave. Natural 20. I mean, if that was a mutant sample, it was worth. That's wired. It's fine, go ahead and get it out of the way now. Okay, free shield. I do kind of like it more. Maybe could have given that other one to Ray. Just had a mental breakdown, so shouldn't be able to have one in this fight, hopefully. At least not very easily. Yeah, so exhausting that doesn't really work. I think Agony Imprint's still in effect, so it shouldn't be too bad. Plus the crits are kind of a lot. I should have played this first. This deck is really good at trying that card, and then I always play it like where I check, I guess. Yeah, it was kind of already dead. Not really a good option for duplication there on anything. I can kind of give that to Nia for now. I think that'd be good chaos loot in a run if I actually had the ability to do anything with that. I'd have a decent card on Nia. She does draw a lot by an ability. Oh, I do have to go down here for Lab 0. The lack of duplication there is a little sad, but it's not the end of the world. Explosive frog. Yeah, I'm glad I got that stress removal thing and then proceeded to get no draw cards as well. It's a little unfortunate. Okay, it's down. This is the more common epiphany just because you only really need the 4 in a standard build. I mean, the thing, I think it's sitting down there, I guess. I think that's not bad. Go ahead and skip that for now. Not very many stories this run either, so I feel like this runs. I mean, it has a chance to still be kind of interesting depending on how this Lab 0 goes. Might as well take this for now. Okay, there's Neo's Curiosity. Can that card get epiphanies? I don't think so. Yeah, it can't. Still procs that though. Oh yeah, that makes a Shadow Dagger now. Not bad.
苦しみは深まるだけ。ビシッと決めるね。さてテンポ上げちゃうよ。艦長、艦長、私の不運は鋭いのよ。終わらない苦しみの中に全部消えて。艦長、完璧です。やめろ、かき集め。艦長、
That shouldn't be bad. '80's not bad. Enhanced elite this time.
ビシッと感想もちゃんと聞いてね。さてテンポ上げちゃうよ。感想もちゃんと聞いてね。次は強力な攻撃が来ます。暗闇。はーい。流れを感じます。
Can't really just generate AP like that.
私の力で確実に倒してみせます。呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。艦長、信じてる。暗闇をかき集めて。艦長、失敗したらどうしよう。艦長、
I wonder why it always played the card.
ビシッと決めるね。さてビシッチューニングしよっと。
Should heal me a little bit, hopefully.
テンポ上げちゃうよ。艦長、なめないでよね。アウエイ様の手にかかればみんな無敵になれる。
Okay, hopefully no more 50 million AP cards. Okay, of course this thing gets...
感想もちゃんと聞いてね。失敗したら
getting a Divine Epiphany there is
深まるだけ。私の不運は
interesting.
全てを飲み込む暗闇。ビセテンポ上げちゃうよ。ロックンロール。はっ。
free healing. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. This will still be my best Nia build, regardless of what happens, kind of, because my Nia build's pretty bad. Need to get through this thing's morale. GG just by hitting it a lot. Get through most of its morale. Glad I'm not really going for a Tressa run this time around. You still have a card epiphany? Got max stacks of this. That heals, right? Yeah. Decreasing stress is good. Yeah, this run's kinda just alright. Could have been better, could have been worse. I feel like this would be really good with the Tressa build, but that also doesn't seem bad to have it as like an upgrade. One or less is pretty big. We should have set up the advanced Shadow Dagger. Oh, that works. If the right enemy dies.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。選んでる間一杯だけ飲んでいいですか。で
I mean, it's kind of remove that, but at the same time, I can't remove both.
お待ちどうさま。じゃじゃーん。お待ちじゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。
Oh, there's that quick shell. Oh, maybe I have seen that. I didn't realize it was only on or on those types of cards. That's interesting. I guess that makes sense. Why I've not really used it and ignored it. Oh, well. That's kind of what I wanted to find, actually. どれを選ぶ？今日のベストチョイスですね。絶対後悔しません。今日のベスト、ぜひぜひ。 Might as well grab those because they're kind of meaningless at this point. Hopefully make me a bit less squishy into this fight. Oh yeah, there's that card back. I could have played it. Need that card. Oh, G-Cord's actually not able to be used here, kinda. Not my advanced Shadow Dagger. Oh, yeah, go ahead and get 9 more void. Or as I remove all your void on.
ビシッと決めるね。チューニングしよっと。呼びました。流れを感じます。流れを感じます。おりゃ。さて感想もちゃんと聞いてね。ビシッとカモン。やっロックンロール。
These shields are kind of putting in work.
信じてる。やめよ。かき全てを飲み込む暗闇。したらどうしよう。艦長。
I mean, I might as well use this because there's not really another time to use it because I kind of have enough AP for everything.
任せてください。流れを感じます。
And Nyx would actually be kind of useful since I can't seem to have a decent enough hand to be able to get rid of all this thing's void. It's voided my entire deck at this point, so at least it's a bit thinner.
艦長。苦しみは深まる。
How is that a card epiphany?
見とれるような式でした。このまま帰還されますか。
Well, we got one. I still think this is probably the best option for Nia. Might as well take this to the end. See if I can't find another epiphany on the way because Curse still needs an epiphany. Not that the Tressa deck is even really worth keeping around, but
ここなら安全かもしれないね。
alright, yeah, we're at 140 faint memory. Can't increase that anymore.
あら、強敵ですわね。注意した方が良いでしょう。さてテンポ上げちゃうよ。気になるな。
Yeah, you want to try to hit this enemy as much as you can. Fortunately, this deck's not really that good at doing that, but
さてカモン。はっ。流れを感じます。ビシッと決め。呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。さてチューニングしよっと。艦長。不運はどんなものか。放送割に苦しみの中で全部消えて。私の不運は鋭いね。艦長。
yeah, this boss might actually be a problem now that I'm thinking about it. Since I don't have a really good way of getting those back. The shadow daggers, I mean.
ビシッ感想もちゃんと聞いてね。闇をかき集めて。
Because I can make some advanced ones. Yeah, I think I see the issue that was happening there. Should have played that first as well. Okay, now I just gotta figure out a way to hit it 9 times. And also decreases HP. Which that part's not too bad at least. This card also didn't get an epiphany. Oh, well, that makes things worse. Yeah, my deck's kind of clogged with these things here from the boss, so as long as it doesn't eat the cards in my hand there, I'm fine. I mean, it kind of did, but it ate the ones that I didn't need. I guess you can have that. Honestly, not too great of a run there for most of the builds. I think Nia's build's better than what I had, but still could be better. And it's the only one with the trauma. I had to reset that a bunch, so used a lot of my fragments. Luckily you can get infinite fragments. Rare unidentified areas 20 times.
館長、お待ちしておりました。
I feel like the rare one that I found was rare in air quotes. It feels like I get that one. It causes you to have less card draw on your first draw, but then after that, you get guaranteed attack card draws.
館長、承認を待っている政策があります。ご検討をお願いします。
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to reach the happiness thing.
はい、レイブム。部下の管理は指揮官の基本であるからな。
Yeah. I don't think anyone's partners I have leveled up or anything. This one's kind of useless, but get 2 of these. Ideally, I get more. I did get this draw. I got this to heal, decrease stress off of drawing. Decibel generation with that. The G-Court also is a decibel generator. I think Mute Accent and Amp Therapy could have been dropped, but then I would have exceeded the faint memory cap anyway. So I needed to find a mutant sample for that. I guess that's not too bad then. Yeah, this was the race save data that I got earlier. I feel like it's not bad. Need to get Veronica built. Don't have anything. I felt like Cassius has like way too many like different epiphanies for different situations and stuff to have like a definitive super good build, but I feel like the ones I have aren't bad. Maybe just fully committing to getting rid of the basics would be better. I've got a lot of these. It's really cheap to upgrade Cassius. I like the exhaust too, might be good. This card's really good. Kind of down for another run. I want to do a run with Haru, because I feel like my Haru save data is kind of lacking. So, let me go make a pretty good Haru build. Definitely cannot do that though. I don't like the Fury every few turns because there's times where you can get a lot of turns, which would not be great. Do need it to be tier 12. That one's kind of tempting, but tier 14. Save that. I should have looked at it to see what it was. Honestly, this one's not even that bad. Rather than run barrel, with no partner by the way. Why doesn't barrel? Oh yeah, because the partner I was using. I don't think that was the one I was using though. I'm pretty sure I always ran barrel with Daisy. Still, I think I should run Ray. Just to be safe. Ray adds a little bit of void damage if nothing else, so. Void plus draw. You can kind of just refresh this entry thing until you get one that you want. This one's arguably the best one to start with. I think removing those two is good. Having high stress early is a little scary, but it's not bad. Especially with max HP increasing for free. Okay, Lab Zero's down. So it's not bad. It's kind of nice to be able to go back to just one-shotting enemies with Haru. It's been a while since I played her. I've been doing stuff with a lot of other characters. Where's your little thing? Random rare legendary equipment's not bad. No, this isn't really what I would want out of that. I need to try to find a mutant sample. I get mutant sample and then I get rid of that card that I just got with Haru as well, by the way. I want to have like a deck with Haru that's literally just anchor shots. Like, I feel like that would be kind of sick. Okay, this gets the Divine Epiphany. Draw for free, that's not bad. Okay. I'll use the ego skill. Oh, this gets a Divine Epiphany as well, though. See, the thing is, this has Retain. Which Retain means that I can draw it, but I can also just keep it in my hand and save it for a more opportune moment to play it. And it be busted. Well, a freer move is a freer move. We can have up to 150 pain memory now, but after 140, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you want to play that and then increase the cost, but also increase the damage. Okay, this is enough to defeat it. So that works. Another way is just with stress. He has a card Epiphany, so I think the best one is the on Raise. Although that upgrade's not really good with Haru. Still usable here.
あれ、いつの間にっていらっしゃい。綺麗に消しましたよーっと。
And now we're at 120 feigned memory.
新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。今日のベストチョイスです。新しい品です。新しい品ですか？じゃじゃーん。お待ち、じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。ぜひぜひ。生きてたらまた。
Might as well take those refreshes, but not really anything I wanted though. I'll just put the Forbidden card on Ray, because I'm probably not saving this Ray deck. Or, actually, Mika's is a bit less likely to be saved in a way, so... Probably just do that instead. Okay, just get rid of all my stuff there. Not bad value. I don't know why I played that card first. I think if I wouldn't have played that card first, this thing would have been range to get 2-shot by whatever I drew here. Yeah, I did need to have someone get a mental breakdown. Just because now that that's out of the way, whenever the mental breakdown ends, it's going to decrease the stress level of the other two combatants by a lot, so that will help. Okay, so you're at 120, so I can still remove one more card. And the thing is, I think removing Power Charge is not even a bad idea. Oh. Well, that's not good. You know, maybe it will work out. This is why I kind of needed mutant sample. I guess to be fair, I've only got 4 Haru cards in the deck at this point. Need to just get some damage on the board. I mean, this run's kind of cooked anyway. I'll probably just... Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to reset it here. Just because I didn't get an anchor shot epiphany. My other aspects of the save data are cooked anyway. So yeah, I just need to restart that run. Once your characters go through this, by the way, they can't do it for the rest of the daily reset thing, which happens at noon for me, and it's currently like what, 1 a.m? Yeah, about 1 a.m, almost 12:46. So still got like 11 hours before this thing resets, so. I mean, I've already done all of the ones with Haru. I don't know what the correct paths are, but not only have I done all of them with Haru, but I also have my Haru at max affinity anyway, so. Yeah, I just want to make a Haru deck that is entirely focused on just drawing anchor shot as much as possible. Need to keep resetting for a good start here. So I want the one that either removes 2 cards for free, or at least just remove 1 card for free, or a free Epiphany. I mean, all of those are pretty good. Yeah, removing 2 cards. I think it's arguably the best one. Just because it saves you so many credits in the long run. And helps you navigate, like, your early game a little bit easier and stuff. And I don't know if you're guaranteed satiety off of that, but I've gotten that every time so far. The lab 0 is kind of in the middle, but I can literally make it going any path, so I just need to take the path that runs into the most question mark areas. Which one? There's a 3. Also, if I go the top path. And then if I go top path, I only have to go through 1 elite area as well, so that's not too bad. Boost basic card damage and then use a really strong basic card. I don't know if that's the strongest basic card in the game, but that's gotta be up there. Then a rest area that's a little useless, but still fine. Take a free Epiphany for now. Lift anchor. Can do either one. I think I will go with the elite though. Just because the elites are gonna have pretty good drops. Okay, that works. No crit, though. I'm gonna use Nyx on this hand, if anything. Oh, never mind. No reason to if they're just gonna eat those cards. That's enough to defeat that one. Or these enemies just don't deal damage. Kind of a chill fight. Then Ray can finish it. That's fine. Let's give that to Ray. Okay, this one has a mutant sample, finally. Okay. Get there eventually. So I think I will mutant sample this one. I'm in a good spot, so I might as well fight the elites. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is one of the options for an elite. This one's maybe the worst for this deck, but it's not too bad. I mean, is this going to reduce stress? Because if so, then... It didn't reduce any stress. I'm kind of fine with that. Gonna one-shot the one on the left here. If you don't know how the mutant samples work, you can convert a card into it, and then it has the retain and remove thing. Retain just gives you damage buff in mutant fights, which is kind of like a nothing effect, but it can't be drawn again after you draw it, so it's not too bad. And then remove means that it's just not going to be in the deck whenever you leave. So... But the thing is, it doesn't add to your faint memory to have it. So, my faint memory is only at 20 because I got rid of that one card at the beginning. That's why it's really strong. So I can't one-shot this one, but I can get pretty close. Oh, I actually can. I didn't realize the crit would be that much. Okay, maybe my Haru build's not bad. Here, I don't want to draw this again. I'll take half damage on that just so that way I don't have to draw that upgrade card again, because I've drawn it a ton. Unless it just hasn't left my hand. I just need to do like one anchor shot. I mean, yeah, obviously one anchor shot's going to be able to finish it off from there. I definitely saw that it wasn't going to attack and decided to read that. Because I saw that it wasn't going to attack, and not just because I readed it anyway. I think I'll take this buff. Never mind, I'm going to use all my sand. Luckily, I don't misplay cards, so the sands don't really help me with that. Definitely the only run I can do with a mutant sample tonight, though. Guess that. Wait, you could run into these things multiple times? It's fine, I one-shot. didn't crit. Yeah, go ahead and get this out of the way now then. That's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. Ego skill. Okay. Of course that one crits, it's fine. You can use Nyx on these. Really useful Nyx though. I mean, kind of it did. Nope, then the deck. Okay, that is a real draw that happens. Yeah, it's kind of just a stab stick. Unfortunately, Anchor Shot's like a move, which is kind of good, but it doesn't proc those. However, if they came out with equipment that buffed cards whenever combatants moves cards around, then everyone would have to get new Malin decks. Yeah, these forbidden cards kind of suck. There's kind of too much RNG in the forbidden cards for me to really want to reset them for combatant decks. Like, I think getting the supports good forbidden cards is really easy because you can kind of just pivot a run into a support run. But trying to get like a good thing for Haru here, like a good forbidden card, kind of just doesn't feel worth to me. On top of all the resetting I'm already having to do. Especially because it's not like Haru's like meta right now, so. It's just Lab Zero is not going to be around forever, so might as well try to get something good with Haru. I feel like eventually Haru will be meta. Because eventually they'll probably come out with an enemy that's like, you need to deal this much damage, like, this quickly. Because Haru is really good at one-shotting things. It's not like the meta right now kind of favors a lot of attacks. I guess you can have that. I mean, I maybe could have even given it to Haru at that point. As a temporary stat stick, either one's fine. I don't think that's gonna have the thing that I'm looking for. There's still one more, well, I guess two more encounters I need. I need the encounter that gives me the equipment. The special certification badge or whatever it's called. And then I'm gonna need the encounter that lets me duplicate a card. Although Anchor Shot also has yet to get an epiphany, so I'm kind of cooked this run. Maybe. Also, I think it's better for Anchor Shot to get the duplications than the move card, just because I can play Anchor Shot for free anyway. But they're both kind of the same. They technically, I probably should have aimed at another one just in case it crit like that. There's a status element. This forbidden card. Okay, I could play one Anchor Shot. I need to get the forbidden card drawn, and then I can play Nyx. Yeah, the forbidden card keeps making me not have that. Ooh, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot I still need a card epiphany. Okay, so we're at 20 faint memory. Need to remove this card's ability to exist. Okay, so can Anchor Shot get an epiphany? Nope. Well, that's the end of that run. As I said, there's kind of no reason for me to reset forbidden cards if I'm having to reset off of this. By the way, like, it's asking quite a lot. Especially when the forbidden cards are mostly alright. I can't... There's only one that could potentially really be significantly useful on Haru. Honestly, I'm fine with just the one remove, because even having one remove at the start helps out a lot. And this at least speeds up the early game too. One remove or one epiphany is kind of worth. Let's see, Lab 0 is... It's only really accessible by the bottom two paths. Okay, if I just stay on the bottom, then that will get me the most mystery locations. I'm just gonna take the credits. Going to this question mark area. Or morale is kind of a lot. Okay, go ahead and get all that healing out of the way. Okay, so we're at 50. I mean, I could kind of arguably look for Haru save data on higher difficulties than even this, because my Haru build's pretty good, but... The main thing is the boss at the end of this run is a pretty hard counter to Haru, I feel like. Well, actually, both the bosses at the end. The, like, second boss and the boss you get from doing the question mark area. Lab 0. The Haru does deal a lot of damage. Her damage is all just one really big anchor shot. Kind of the problem. Get rid of some of the hunger there. I'm saving this Haru ego skill for when I play this card. I feel like this will do the most damage that I can make right now, at least. Well, if I would have used that, it actually would have killed. Fortunate. Instead, I get to lose half my HP. So. Not a bad trade. More stats. There's not really a way to take these out with Haru, I feel like. You kind of need it to drop. There's like a cardigan drop that you can use to defeat it. Kind of the only way. Oh, it's not seeming to want to drop any card right now. So that's the one. That escapes anyway. Counts as attacking weakness. Fight anchor shots somewhere. This one shot's because it's going to crit. I can't believe that one didn't kill, actually. I guess I didn't check to see. to be fair. Okay, Lab Zero, I need you to get an epiphany on Haru's anchor shot. Okay, it's literally been this every time. I guess the forbidden cards don't reset whenever the runs reset. Okay, random flashing lights there. Luckily, I already have the lights on in my room a little bit, so it's not super dark in here or anything with that happening. These guys again. No pinata this time, though. Anger Shot might have an epiphany. It just got discarded at the start by the forbidden card because the forbidden card likes to discard it. Okay, I can still get it in the next area. Okay, there's still room for me to be able to get it at the boss fight. I swear it is possible for me to get an epiphany on Anchor Shot for the boss and be able to get a duplicate of it with an epiphany. I don't have the mutant sample though. It's fine. There's still good decks that I can make without mutant sample. If I remove this, how much is that gonna game memory to go up? Oh, quite a bit. I mean, it's kind of good just to get some stats here. Okay. If there was something there, I would have went for it, but after that. Okay, Epiphany on Anchor Shot. Nope. I needed to set all those to be discarded. Maybe I should have just reset your memory, Ray, to be honest. Because the thing is, I've already got your friendship really high. Compared to Mika's. I'd like to get the little Mika sticker for the save data.
完了しました。艦長、確認してくれませんか？
Yeah, let's just do this difficulty. Pretty much any save data I get here would be pretty good, most likely. Yeah, it's just decreased current health by 30%, so that's honestly the like kind of not a super bad debuff, to be honest. I'm running 2 healers anyway. And that increases my max health, so that's good. Okay, I think I do lab 0, but I'm not going to fight the second boss. I don't think I'll need to fight the second boss. You only really need to fight it if you don't get good purple equipment, but surely I will just get good purple equipment on the first boss anyway. It's also there if you don't get epiphanies, but I would imagine I probably have a higher chance of getting good epiphanies in higher difficulties. I would think. Already getting a lot of card epiphanies, so. I just straight up ignored those. I didn't really plan out the path too well outside of just going to lab 0, I guess. My bad there. Could have done a little bit better. I can only hold up to 140 faint memory anyway. That's got a shield. Shield didn't save it, but still made it where I didn't deal any damage there. But yeah, I could have taken that area. If both of those crit, could have been good. There's a thing you can get on Anchor Drop that makes it where you get like 25% crit chance on Anchor Shot. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm trying to go here. Guardian of the Boundary. Where most of the runs I did, like this week and everything, haven't run into this area. But I run into it like 3 times today.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな？
Okay, so we're at 50 faint memory. If I remove this card, how much faint memory am I gonna be at?
きれいに消しましたよっと。
100. So I can still remove one card.
じゃじゃーん。じゃじゃーん。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せします。
And I should be fine.
ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうに。呼びました。行きますよ。手伝います。 いつでも守ってあげますね。行きましょうか。高速違反ですよ。なめないかね。
I didn't think that critting would have killed. Works.
準備で確認します。
Go ahead and get that upgrade out of the way.
いつでも守ってあげますね。高速違反ですよ。呼びました。はい。
So I do need to go to Lab 0. There is a question mark area on the way. That could have a mutant sample, but I swear the mutant sample has to be like one of your first 2 encounters. Feels like. It's usually only on like the early ones. But I don't know that 100%. So maybe it could be in the next area. But I also don't care too much about increasing or getting like a mutant sample just because I think this run's already gonna have really good save data regardless of what happens. Just because to be able to clear in this difficulty you need pretty good save data. So it's gonna kind of come naturally. Okay, surely this whirlpool is gonna be able to deal some damage. That's what I was depending on. Just needed to crit and take out this one. I don't even think if it crit it would have taken out either one. To be honest. Go ahead and heal. I do like this one. It's because it's a free epiphany, so. Yeah, it's still at 100 faint memory, so. I'll take that one because it should be a lot easier than the other forbidden card to deal with, to be honest. And I can just give it to Ray or Miko. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'm just going to go for this, to be honest. Wow. Okay, we have an Anchor Pointer Epiphany, maybe. That could theoretically still be a card Epiphany. Since I still need one more card with Haru. Just one-shot that. I'm surprised it's one-shots. I guess they do have kind of a lot of buffs, actually. Super one-shot with a crit. And it is a card Epiphany. I had a feeling. That damage wasn't bad. This one also needed one. Didn't realize everyone needed card Epiphany still. There, just make sure everyone's at full HP. Kinda useless on this build, but technically there is one card that applies to this setup. Okay, we can get Anchor Pointer to have an Epiphany and duplicate that. That should still be fine. Yeah, I feel like this is the best one as well. Because you can get an epiphany on Anchor Shot that makes it go back to your hand whenever it crits as well, so they can kind of play off of each other really well. Go ahead and do that. A lot of shock. I don't know why I activated that. Actually, I do know why. It's because I thought that was the one that gives you a shield in my head for some reason. I was like, yeah, I could use a shield at this moment, for sure. Guess that's what happens whenever you're doing Codex runs at 2 a.m. Probably my last run, regardless of how this goes. Although I think this run, out of the previous harder ones, has the most potential. Not just because the other runs are dead, technically. It's not going to be an ultra thin deck, but go ahead and get some equipment there. Okay, so we're at 120 faint memory, so I do think removing a card would put me over at this point. But I mean, having anchors kind of fine, I guess. Honestly, I'd rather have that equipment. At least I could rest in these, although I am going to be having a mental breakdown here, for sure. There's one anchor shot stack. Yep, go ahead and do this. Get that out of the way now. Max friendship diffs. I've learned anything from One Piece. Watching a few thousand episodes of that.
いつでも全力で頑張ります。いきま高速違反ですよ。確認します。いつでもアーウェン様の手にかかればみんな無
Do need to get some damage reduction on this.
呼びましたか？行きますよ。元気が出ましたか？手伝います。私やってみます。
Okay, that draw was a little rough, but
呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。
I should have just got rid of Whirlpool.
お見せしますよ。準備できました。行きましょうか。はーい。呼びました。行きますよ。よいしょ。手伝います。
There's no anchor shot epiphany yet, but there is one on lift anchor, and if I get lift anchor duplicated, that's also kind of fine.
守ってあげますね。力をためてためて。行きます。行きます。全力で頑張ります。灯台の光で。いつでも OK。高速違反ですよ。はーい。準備で確認します。
Okay, that damage wasn't bad.
広がれ。力になってみせます。
I really need to put like dark condensation on something before doing this.
呼びました。行きますよ。はーい。
As you can see, not having the frequent attacks to get rid of the hunger stacks. The character like Haru makes it a little rough for these fights.
行きます。
But the good thing about Haru is you get to do things like that.
元気が出ましたか？行きます。守ってあげますね。慎重に準備で確認します。いつでも OK で高速違反ですよ。 このままじゃ危ないよ。元気が出ましたか？守ってあげますね。全力で頑張ります。行きましょうか。高速違反ですよ。
Okay,
確実に倒してみせます。
just barely able to clear that.
ご苦労様。とても素敵な式でしたわ。
I mean, I don't know why. Like, there should just be something in the game that at least makes it prioritize epiphanies. Like, it's kind of insane that there's not something like that at the very least. I don't know. Like, there needs to be some sort of, like, RNG protection at some point, man. In a run. Like, at what point is something good supposed to happen? And this one is kind of what I'm waiting on. Yep, one usable epiphany. All of these are entirely useless debuffs, like, I don't understand. It is a lot of buffs. played that, but... I mean, yeah, there's still a few cards missing Epiphanies. There's 2 major ones in Haru's deck that are missing Epiphanies. I just need Nyx to be able to draw Anchor Shot after this, and then that's fine. Yeah, Anchor Point works as well. Get the most healing I can on the way. Okay, this could get me the Epiphanies that I need. There's still 1 piece of equipment I need, and then we can still get the event that allows me to duplicate a card and have that duplicate either Anchor Point or an Anchor Shot. Ideally an Anchor Shot with an Epiphany as well. Well, I was planning on using that, but okay. Oh well, never mind, I could use it now. Oh, that crit. Card Epiphany. Kinda need an Epiphany. Okay, as long as you're a Divine Epiphany, then this run could make a better card than I have. Or like a better save data for card than I currently have. If we get a Divine Epiphany on it. That's kind of the only way for it to be like a really big upgrade. Without that, it can still be an upgrade if I get lucky. Or like super lucky, I mean. Okay, Divine. This is still fine. It's at least the correct setup. I just want to make sure Haru takes out one of these things. Yeah, with this, it would be kind of better for Anchor Shot to be duplicated rather than Anchor Drop, but... Or Anchor Pointer, I mean. Yeah, that does 0. I could play it for free, but it does stack at least. Whenever you do that. Okay, I can one-shot this enemy. I wonder how many times I've run into this enemy this run, though. Can I get anchor pointer? Okay, never mind. That works too. Okay, maybe this can go on my other Haru card that still needs an epiphany. Nope. That's still really good. Oh yeah, there's one card I actually kinda... Okay, I didn't get it. I need that card that can draw an attack from your character. Because you can get that, and then you can also give that something so it can generate EP, and that on Haru is really good, especially if you only have one type of attack card being Anchor Shot, but I mean even without that condition, because yeah, I still have Anchor. The thing is, I can't get rid of Anchor, because that would definitely not be great. Okay, don't do this. Speed, I need this. Ooh. Gonna go on Whirlpool. Oh. I'm sure it considered it. As long as it has heal, I guess that's fine. Technically better. Failed replica. I guess I'll take this because I don't want to do a dice roll when I have 2 sand. If it's not going to be for something that I really, really want, which that doesn't really fulfill that condition. And I get an epiphany here. I should have checked to see if I could have seen that. The epiphany is going to be on my freaking Haru card. GG's. Okay, surely it will be a divine epiphany. I mean, I really don't mind any epiphany on it, to be honest. Okay, it is divine, though. Like, I feel like that's kind of a sick card. I don't know. Well, that works. Three stats. 3 HP as well. Like, pretty important stat. Okay, that still needed an epiphany, so that's good. That was something I noticed. Oh, my sources of water also need one. Draw. Wait, it was not draw. Ooh, but it's retained though. But this one's the best out of all of the options there. Nice shield. Another divine epiphany though. I'll take an AP. If there's anything Haru decks need more of, it's more AP. Out of like any character. That's kind of the other thing about why Haru I think isn't really like a super meta character right now. It's just because she kind of requires AP on top of draws. Like a lot of characters do need AP, but it's really just draws that can allow them to cycle their stuff. With Haru you kind of need both drawing and AP. Because you need enough AP for your anchor shot to actually be able to deal damage whenever you draw it. This is the only way to go to the store, even though it doesn't look like the one that I needed. Still fine. Let's go ahead and cash this out with all these buffs. Yeah, if that crit would have done a lot. I'm gonna make sure I defeat that enemy first. That way I can actually heal. And need to just keep this retained. This thing does hurt.
でも守ってあげますね。はーい、すべてを飲み込む暗闇。私の力で確実に倒してみせます。呼びま
Is
した。
for sure.
一味違いますよ。準備できます。元気が出ましたか？行きましょう。高速違反ですよ。いつでも高速違反ですよ。
Glad that it did not get off another attack because that enemy was actually kind of scary.
あれ、いつの間
I'm
に
still not entirely sure of my chances in this next fight. 'To be honest.
いつぶりのお客さん。じゃじゃーん。お
Who
待
still
ち
needs
どう
equipment?
さま。新着です。
See.
じゃじゃーん。お待ち。新しい品ですか？もち。新しい品ですか？新しい品ですか？もう新しい品ですか？じゃじゃ
I got
ーん。
pretty good equipment on
新着
her.
で
There's
す。
one thing that could have been a little bit better on the side there.
お待ちどうさま。
I mean, there's still kind of options.
今日のベストチョイス。ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
30% HP reduction could be pretty big.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分。
I mean, I just think if I remove... Yeah, I actually can't even remove a card now. Because I'm actually at max stuff. So if I removed a card, I would definitely
お待ちどうさま。
be over the limit.
じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。新しい品ですか？新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新着です。ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
Yeah, there was one card I could have found for a car that would have been good, but I don't even think I would have been able to use it, really. So you do go down 30%, right? Yeah, you do. Okay. Okay, I cannot exhaust damaging cards. By the way. I also apparently can't draw them.
元気が出ましたか？力になってみせます。はーい。呼びましたか？はーい。行きますよ。いつでも OK です。行きます。全力で頑張ります。高速違反ですよ。呼びましたか？
Critting there is kind of rough, but
これからお仕置きですよ。
it's not unexpected. I kind of have to hold on to my retain cards. I can.
呼びます。流れを感じます。はーい。手伝います。呼びました。すべてを飲み込む暗闇。確認します。準備で手伝います。
This is going to hurt.
いつでも守ってあげますね。行きましょう。高速違反ですよ。
Okay, that's fine.
アンウェイ様の手にかかればみんな無敵になれるんだから。慎重。元気が出ましたか？呼びましたか？準備でき役に立ちましたか？
Okay, survive this with 1 HP. Okay, never mind. Because it caused a mental breakdown, I actually just don't survive it. My deck is also permanently empty every time I've drawn that card, by the way. What a sick card, actually. Yeah, insane. Really cool, actually. What a cracked, unbelievably broken card, for sure. Yeah, my bad. Imagine being able to actually get Haru save data. That would be illegal, apparently. My bad.
お待ちしておりました。何かありましたらすぐにエピオネセンターにお越しください。
Not allowed to get any duplicate events, no areas with the mutant sample, no cards that have the draw that I needed. I get one kind of decent piece of equipment and I at least get the correct epiphanies. That's all I can ask for. Kind of less than the bare minimum, to be honest. In save data. Like, see, imagine this, but I get rid of these two cards, and also can get rid of this. That's all I'm trying to do, is just get rid of these two and this one. I have to mutant sample this, and then I can get rid of these two for free. Pretty much. Then I wouldn't even really need to duplicate stuff. I mean, I don't know. There's kind of a reason to duplicate, just so that way if things absorb your stuff, then you get it back, but like... Yeah, I don't know. Plus Divine Epiphanies and stuff. I mean, I had double Divine Epiphany there, so... Like, if I could have duplicated this or duplicate that in this position, then that would have been good. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's still pretty good save data overall, but... Yeah, I kinda want to try to get better Renoa save data, because I've seen her get used a lot. Oh, I needed it.
どうしたの？お力添えいただき。どうしたの？こんなところまで。そんなにうちに会いたかった？
I send you all of this. Will that get you to the next stage? No. And that's fine though. But yeah, I'm just kind of tired is all, so I'm just gonna end things here for now. It is 2 a.m. But I'm planning on either doing more CZN runs tomorrow, or I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff in Genshin. And if I don't do a lot of stuff in Genshin, then I'll be doing it Sunday. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end things for now.